so let's go over the study guide. How much simple interest is earned on $6,000 at an interest rate of 4.25% in 4.5 years? So you will need a credit card, my goodness. You will need a calculator, but if you've already done this, then you're probably fine. I will certainly need a calculator. Okay, it says simple interest. So you need to look for words like this. When it says simple interest, then that tells you you need to know and use this formula. Now, I will not give you the two formulas. I expect you to know those. I mean, it's the only two that we've used here. So we know that the principal is $6,000. The interest is what we're looking for. The rate is 4.25%, which if you divide that by 100, it's 0.0425. And the time is 4.5 years. And I changed that to a decimal just because I figure most of us are more comfortable with decimals. And we just plug that in. So it's 6,000 times 0.0425 times time, which is 4.5. And it's money, so I round it to 2 decimal places, although it comes out nice. And I got that. Is that what y'all got? Yeah, sweet. I have an extra sign in here. There we go. And that's just the interest. Well, that's pretty good interest. Okay, number 12. How much principal would you have to deposit to earn $700, again, simple interest, in 1.5 years at a rate of 4%? So again, we have to use this formula. $700 is the interest. Principal is what we're looking for. The rate is 4%. Again, divided by 100 is 0.04. And the time is 1.5. Okay, so that's 700 equals P times 0.04 times 1.5. Go ahead and multiply the 0.04 times 1.5. Oops. You get 0.06. Divide by 0.06. And you get $11,666.67. You do need to round to 2 decimal places. No conflict, no questions. We all still good? Okay. Jesse estimates that it will cost $300,000 to send his newborn son to a private college in 18 years. He currently has $65,000 to deposit in an account. What simple interest rate, again, simple, would he need so that $65,000 grows into $300,000 in 18 years? Round to the nearest whole percent. Bless you. So again, it's I equals PRT. P is $65,000 because that's what he has. Now to find the interest, I'm going to have to take $300,000 and subtract $65,000. So I know how much he has to earn. So it's $235,000. So that's the interest. We're trying to figure out the rate, and the time is 18 years because he has a newborn, and he wants, when he turns 18, or she, oh no, it's a son, and then he wants him to have enough money to go to college. All right, so we have $23,235,000. Principal is $65,000. Rate is what we're looking for, and time is 18. So we'll multiply those two numbers together. 65,000 times 18. So it's like 1,000,000 something. And divide by that number. No. An extra one there. And the rate is that divided by 2. I can type. And it is 0.200, so 0.20. Which, to change it, to make it a rate, usually we change it into a percentage, so you multiply it times 100. So that should be 20%. Which, if you can find something that gives you 20% interest, more power to you. Chances are this kid's not going to have enough to go all 4 years of college, but, you know, to get him started, maybe he will get a scholarship. Grants for student loans. Okay. Margaret deposits $1,000 in a savings account that pays 5.4 interest in 10 years. How much will she have if the interest is compounded annually? So now it's a different formula. Let's see. I think I'm going to put all this over here. So A is basically what we're looking for. P is $1,000. The rate is 5.4%, so it's 0.054 if you divide it by 100. It's 10 years and it's compounded annually, so N is 1. Annually means once a year. So A equals 1,000 times 1 plus 0.054 over 1 raised to the 1 times T, which is 10. When you're putting this in a calculator, unless your calculator actually raises those to a power, it actually puts it up there, you would have to put parentheses around that. Otherwise, it's going to mess you up. So type it in and make sure you end up with the same thing, or y'all can just make sure you ended up with the same thing. 0.054 divided by 1 raised to the 1 times 10. Okay. I got $1,692.02. I need to see that on the calculator. Angela, you okay? Okay. Just make sure he's okay over there. How much will she have if the interest is compounded semi-annually? So all that stuff up there is the same. It's just now the N is changed to 2. Because it's semi-annually. So I just changed those numbers. Oops. N's to 2's. Get $1,703.76. Please at any time if y'all get something different, let me know. Compounded quarterly, so it's the exact same thing, only instead of n being 2, n is now 4. And it rounds up to 82 because it was 0.818. Compounded daily, so n is 365. Got $1,715.94. Okay, so I only wrote that much because it's exactly the same as we had up here. Only the difference is we're changing those two numbers to whatever n is each time. Yes, sir.
What is that second equation?
There it is. It is only when it's compounded instead of simple interest, and it's a equals p parentheses 1 plus r over n parentheses and then raised to the n times t. And anytime they say compounded, that's when you use that formula instead of simple. That's the one when I was gone and I sent videos. Does that help? Okay. Good. Yeah, that's important to know. Oh, I guess that's it. Yeah. Alrighty then, don't forget, test tomorrow.